Whoa, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth this year. This is a book. It's time for a book review. The Last Stand by Nathaniel Philbrick. Dude, awesome read, man. It's about Custer, Sitting Bull, and the Battle of Little Bighorn, dude. First off, the book itself, I like the way it's laid out. It's got plenty of maps, and this is a book that's super like map necessary. So it's got all sorts of maps, which I dig because I like maps and I like to know what's going on. It's got plenty of color plates and pictures. And so you get there because it's that time, you know, when pictures are happening. So there's George Armstrong Custer, man. There he is. That dude got smoked, man, by the way. And it's a real interesting read, man. And it's a flowing read. There's Sitting Bull, man. Look at that dude. Badass, bro. Look at his... These dudes weren't messing around, dude. They really just wanted to be left alone. Just wanted to be left alone. They wanted to follow their buffalo around. They wanted to raise their families. They didn't want to have to live on the reservation. So Sitting Bull was like the last of the original people to get forced onto the reservation, and Custer was sent out to go bring them onto the reservation. And because, well, when you read this, you realize what donkeys Anglo people of the mid-1800s were. And I mean donkeys for real. They were so... I don't think it's any different than people right now. And I'm going across the board at this point with people. People thinking that they're bigger than God, dude. Right? That they're so much smarter than the world around them that everything is might is right, man. You gotta be wrong because you don't butter your toast the same way as me. This is a battle about how you butter your toast, essentially, dude. I mean, not to make a joke of it because it's super serious, but look, I mean, that was it. The Sioux, the Lakota, the Cheyenne, man, they just wanted to butter their toast one way, and the United States government was like, dude, you're not allowed to butter your toast that way because we want your bread, your butter knife, the plate that you're eating it over, your napkins, your house, and everything. Look, dude, it's what happened to our original brothers and sisters who were here is happening right now to America. That's why I read a lot about the Plains Indians and the original native people getting conquered in westward expansion, because we're having it happen on a spiritual level here. America's been invaded by whoever. We can get into that in another video, but we are all being forced into the mental, spiritual reservation, if you will. Call it groupthink, call it politically correct, call it what you will, dude. But that said, because I'm going to try to keep from going on a rant and get into the book. What's real interesting, this clown right here, Colonel Reno, and this clown right down there, these were Custer's, like, other guys, and they all hated each other. That's what you really read when you read these books, is no one got along, and if these dudes all got along, Sitting Bull never would have had a chance. That's the thing. The only reason that the original people were ever allowed to launch any sort of successful campaigns against the United States military was because the people in the United States military were so against each other. They were so busy getting drunk. This dude full was getting pickled, drinking whiskey as he attacked the village and botched it. So Custer split his troops in two. This dude was in charge of half of Custer's troops, and Custer was in charge of the other. This dude was a pickler, dude. Fully look at him, just full pickler. This dude was so busy getting drunk that he botched this charge into the village, and the Indians were able to repulse him and send him up in the hills. But he doesn't get wiped out. He lives to like tell his tale. This dude was a total donkey. Frederick Benteen, full super donkey. He's supposed to go relieve Custer, doesn't. Too busy, like, I don't like that guy, dude. And Custer was the hottest, he was a full sober dude. Not sober, he just wasn't a drinker. And he was so busy trying to, like, get glory for himself. Because the big thing was these dudes wanted to crush the village for the centennial, the 4th of July centennial. America was celebrating its 100-year anniversary, and this dude wanted to smoke Sitting Bull and his people for the centennial so he could go back to Washington and be like a hero, dude. Because this dude was all about, like, fame. Fame! We're gonna live forever! Well, ironically, he does, doesn't he? But the way this book is written is it's a flowing tale, man. It's not overburdened with scholarship writing, if you will. It's flowing, man. It's a narrative, dude. It's a page turner. I think I cranked it out. I couldn't stop turning the pages because it's really pretty interesting. And I always find the weirdest part when I'm reading these books, man, is God, I'm just hoping Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse win. Crazy Horse is there. Crazy Horse is a badass, dude. But yeah, so I'm reading it and I just hope they're going to win. I know they don't, dude, which sucks, dude, because I so much more identify with Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse and that flowing way of life than I will ever identify with George Armstrong Custer. Though, I have a feeling in my past life I was like part of that madness on one level or not. Maybe I was one of the original people killed by the cavalry and then came back as a cavalry officer, dude. I don't know, man. But I read this book, and again, as I'll always say, we don't know where we're going if we don't know where we've been. We don't know what's happening right now if we don't know what happened before, man. Like, that's the thing, is like, these moments of history are like crystal balls into the present moment. These moments in history explain what's going on with humanity, man. What's the deal with humanity? And what the deal with the humanity is lack of spiritual connection, dude. Just lack of understanding that we are all bound together with the water molecules and the air molecules and the stardust and the sun and the rotation. That's the thing is Sitting Bull is gnarly because he has a vision. He sees it all ahead because he's in direct contact with source energy, man. You know, you can get all into the... See, I don't know, man. That's where I bump into the weirdness, like manifest destiny and all that kind of... America's got a dark history, dude, and everyone's afraid to look at it because if they looked at their dark history, they would realize we have a real dark presence going on in America. It's the ghost in the machine, dude. America is definitely under attack because we have some evil stuff hidden in our closet as a country, dude. Oh, you're anti this. No, I'm not anti that. I'm a realist, man. Until we figure out what is going on up on the Pine Ridge Reservation and any Indian reservation here in the United States of America, we will never truly understand why we have a terrorist running this country, dude. Why we have terrorists running this country. Yeah, you can call me crazy or not, dude, but Me personally, dude, I relate to those warriors in the village, man. I know my village is under attack. I have no doubt about it, dude. But now we're going off into a political rant, and that's not my point. This is an awesome read. I'm highly recommending The Last Stand by Nathaniel Philbrick. Awesome read, full of maps, full of pictures, a page turner, dude. Know where you've been to find out where you're at, to know where you're going. It's The Illusion, out. Hey, don't forget, if you want to support this channel, support the dream, here's some marketing. I have t-shirts, The Illusion, the universe will provide, right? Ain't buying into the status quo. That's right. And the secret to perfection is Imperfection t-shirt. That's on my Big Cartel site. On my Etsy site, I've got art, upcycled wood frames, custom made. I've got illusion art. I got stuff for you to buy, put on your wall, put on your body, and support the dream. Thank you.